Alrighty, good morning, everyone. Beautiful Saturday. I've got plenty of time today for gaming and streaming, so I'll probably be recording some videos for Factorio, playing some Satisfactory, playing some Creeper World. It's gonna be a good day. Let me get rid of the stream countdown here. Hope you guys are all having a good morning. Today we are going to be, hopefully, accomplishing nuclear power. So I've done a few things in between episodes. I made a few more rifle cartridges and nobelisks for next time I go exploring. I also remembered that I have 19 supercomputers already stored up from some of the expeditions I've done. So we're definitely going to use those. And what else? I did a few things off screen just to kind of speed up the beginning of this episode. First of all, I added in a manufacturer over here to make high-speed connectors because I've definitely been... I need a lot of those for supercomputers and I didn't want to handcraft all of them, and they need a lot of quick wire. So I set up this guy, which uses quick wire, cable, and circuit boards to make high-speed connectors, and I just brought a bunch of cable from that cable factory we made way out in the distance and plopped in like 500 circuit boards or so. And so I'm not really worried too much about, bringing in some circuit boards from time to time, but this way I have plenty of high-speed connectors to make supercomputers with. And then I have set up some extra power. Man, I hate that it slows you down. I should have switched to the jetpack. I set up extra power generation over here with fuel generators because I was noticing my power was running a little bit low. And so what I did is just added a couple more of the refineries working on this crude oil pipeline because we have 300 per minute on that pipeline anyway. So I set up 3 more refineries, so we're using all 300, and that gets me a total of 200 fuel per minute. And I could be using much more efficient recipes, but since I'm going for nuclear power anyway, I just wanted to do something that was quick and dirty just to get me enough power to get to nuclear. And so now all these generators, which I added a few more, as you can see, I think these 6 are new. So now they're all running pretty much full time. And then I did the thing where I'm trying to prioritize fuel, where these diluted fuel guys are pumping up into this fluid buffer, and then hopefully that gravity will overtake the other fuel, so it'll kind of prioritize the fuel from that. But all these generators are running full time, so you can see now I'm generating 3,300 megawatts and only using 2,200. So that'll keep me going, at least for a while. And then the last thing I did, I feel like there was one more thing. I don't remember what it is, though. So, yeah, who knows what I actually did. What did I do? Oh, I added some more batteries. But I feel like there was still something else. I can't remember what it was, though. So yeah, in this episode, we're hopefully going to be unlocking nuclear power as the first thing. So I'll need to get those supercomputers crafted. And then after we unlock nuclear power, we will be building some nuclear power plants and establishing that whole, I don't know what you call it, construction chain. Alright, so first order of business is actually crafting those supercomputers. And I think what I'm going to do is just place down a couple manufacturers. I might even just use these 2 since they're already here. And I will just remove their belts. And change the recipe to supercomputer. And I want to get 50 of them, and we'll just fully overclock these. I don't care if it takes more power. I want this to happen faster. So I want 50 supercomputers. I'm guessing, I'm not certain, but I'm guessing I'm going to need some supercomputers to build the nuclear power plants. So I'm going to craft some extras. So I need 2 computers, 2 AI limiters for each. So if I want a stack of 50, I need 100 computers, 100 AI limiters, 150 high-speed connectors, and a lot of plastic. So I'm going to go... I thought I had more high-speed connectors. I must have put some of them somewhere. Because I thought I already had 100 before I even grabbed 100. You just saw me grab from that chest. But I guess we'll see. Okay, so I'm just gonna get this one running at least. And then we're gonna go grab a ton more plastic. And did I put high-speed connectors in one of these chests, maybe? It looks like I did not. So I don't know where they went. Huh. Yeah, maybe I'm just making that up and I never did have more. But let's switch over to our jetpack, get around a little faster. Grab all the high-speed connectors we've got, and then probably should overclock this guy, at least one. And then I'll feed him... Looks like he's still got plenty of cables, but I'll feed him 200 more circuit boards. And then we'll go over and grab some more plastic, because we're going to need a lot of that. And that is right here. 28 per, so each of these is going to be a little bit less than 10. So that's probably not quite enough. I'll grab like 3 more stacks. And then we'll fly back over to the manufacturers. Oh, AI limiters and computers. I need some more computers. And I think I have enough AI limiters, but we'll see. Doop-de-doo. Okay. That's not the right one. It's this one. So I'll just keep feeding it everything it can take. Feed this one. We're a little short on the high-speed connectors, but... At 4.7 per minute, and then they're both making that. That's about 10 per minute, so we should be to nuclear pretty soon once we get these 50 supercomputers. I'll just need to keep feeding them plastic. I guess I could put that in one of the chests. But I'm lazy. Maybe we'll do that at least. Do 1 plastic. 2, 3, 4... This one, there's a chest right here. That'll help a little bit. I should also move over some of the high-speed connectors, I think. Because otherwise this one will have a lot more than the other one. So I'll have 60 in that one, which is enough for 20 computers, and this is enough for 10 or 15. I already have 35 plus 4, so we're at 39, so I only need 9 more. So we're about a minute away. And then we can unlock nuclear power and see what we need to actually do the whole nuclear fuel rod thing. Chances are it will not be simple. Wait, why is this idle? It's already out of plastic? Are you serious? Maybe I didn't grab enough plastic. We'll take some from that one and put it in here. Alright. 44, we're almost there. $45, $46. $48. $49 and $50. Sweet. Okay. We'll probably need to feed those guys a few more to actually make the power plants, but we'll see here in a second what the power plants actually require. I gotta grab some more heavy modular frames, which we now have plenty of. Look at this. Thanks to our improved heavy modular frame factory that we set up. I need 4 stacks of concrete and 5 stacks of cable. And we'll pop all that into the old, what is that thing called? Launch pod? Drop pod? Bam. Fly away.
Milestone reached. Uranium scanning unlocked. With the provided buildings and parts, you can now set up nuclear power generation, which balances an increase of fuel production complexity with improved power output. A new project part enables progress to the next phase.
Next phase? There is no next phase.
This method of power generation creates nuclear waste.
Nuclear waste. Sign me up. Okay, so power. We have nuclear power plants. Yep, as I suspected, they require some supercomputers, 5 each, but they can generate 2,500 megawatts. Okay, so I'll just start with 2 of them, because that will be quite a bit of power. Always generates at the set clock speed. It shuts down if fuel requirements are not met. Consumes nuclear fuel rods and water, as I expected. And then let's check a look at the production chain. So we need fuel rods. They're produced quite slowly. I'm not sure how quickly they burn, so to speak. So we'll have to actually build a nuclear fuel plant to find out. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to run over to get some more high-speed connectors. We'll get some more plastic. We'll build a nuclear power plant, and we'll see how quickly they burn so that we can have enough to provide 2 nuclear fuel guys constantly. Alright, so we need some more plastic, which is right over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's probably enough. I only need 10 more supercomputers. Oops. Alright, so right here. Oh, look, we've already got 13. Plenty of stuff. So we'll feed him some more. Put some more plastic in here. And then that's probably good enough. Let me take whatever this guy finished as well. And we'll just put all that into one. See, why is the plastic... Oh, that's why you ran out of plastic, because it never... Oh, there's a single circuit board. I see the problem. There was a circuit board blocking the way from when I had the previous recipe. Interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. Let me just put everything in this one. That can make me some more supercomputers. We'll go grab some more frames of the heavy modular variety. Oops, did not mean to climb that ladder, but I'll take it. Okay. So we can now build a nuclear power plant. They are quite large, so I just need a little open space for a second. Oh my gosh, these things are huge. I don't have any open space nearby, of course, but dang, look at that thing. It's beautiful. Okay, so it will consume... Wow. Okay, so it'll consume 300 water per minute. And fuel, unfortunately, it's not showing me. So I might just need to look that up real quick. So I'm just looking up on my laptop, uranium fuel rod Satisfactory. It says fuel energy is 750,000 megajoules. So that is one rod every 5 minutes, or 0.2 per minute. So actually, that works out perfectly with the rate of 0.4 per minute. So we actually want to make one manufacturer's worth of all this. So then we're going to need 5... Well, let's see. So we actually divide this. So we only need 40% of this number. So that means I only need 2 electromagnetic control rods per minute, which is, again, exactly 1 assembler. We need just a few encased industrial beams. So few that I can probably just supply, like, 10 hours worth with a few stacks. Because what is that? 40% of 3 is only 1.2 per minute. So each stack of 100 is literally about 100 minutes. Or 80 minutes? 85 minutes? So if I just... fill up a storage container, that'll last me like 15 hours. But then these things are the main thing that we need, encased uranium cells. So it looks like those are produced at a rate of 25 per minute, which is plenty for what we need. So we need a blender and sulfuric acid, it looks like. That's what that is. Let me just double check. Yeah. So sulfuric acid, so we'll need sulfur in the area, and rate of 25 per minute, so it needs 5x these resources per minute. So we actually need about 40 sulfur per minute, although it only uses 6, because we get sulfuric acid as an output. So we'll need to do the gravity prioritization thing like I've done before, but then... So 6 sulfuric acid gets me 5 encased uranium cells. I need how many encased uranium cells? So we need 40% of this. So I only need 20 per minute. And 6 gets me 5, so I need 24 sulfur per minute, 24 water per minute to make the sulfuric acid. So exactly 4 times that. So then I need 12 concrete per minute, which is not very much. And then I need like 30 uranium, or 40 uranium per minute, which is also not too much. So uranium's pretty powerful. I do need to get sulfur over there. And... so I need to get sulfur over there, and I already have water over there, and limestone is already fairly close. So I just need to get a belt of sulfur. So I'm going to grab a few hundred more of those all-clad aluminum sheets. We'll bring sulfur over in that direction, and we should be good to start setting up all this stuff. Oh wait, no, I forgot something. I need to think about the encased beams. I'm just going to hand feed. And electromagnetic control rods are a little bit more necessary, so I might need to set up a new system for that. But I can also hand feed that to at least start out, because I don't even have AI limiters automated right now, so we'll hand feed a few of those to start. Whoa, look at the visual glitch. I can see all of the outlines of buildings, like inputs and outputs. Also, I need to deconstruct this power plant. Get those resources back. Okay, so we're grabbing all clad sheets to get a bunch of sulfur over to the production area. The nuclear production area. I'll probably go around the back of all of this. So I'll just pop a splitter. This already is a splitter, right? Yeah. So we'll just come out here. Nothing fancy, we're just gonna belt our way all the way over. Try to not run into things. Try to avoid clipping. This is where I built the extra batteries. I think I built 10 or 12 extra. I was just thinking, you know, now that we're using like 2,000 or so megawatts, we probably should have enough power storage for, you know, a bit more downtime or whatever. Alright, so these need to avoid the truck. I think a truck can go underneath a 3 tall conveyor belt. Still go in this direction. Avoid clipping yet again. You know, I really like this system where we build, I don't know, you know, 20 meters off the ground, because that allows for lots of space underneath our factory floor to move resources around. Feels like if I was going to build a mega base, this is actually the system I would use, because it's fairly easy to move ores around and liquids around underneath all of it. Okay, sulfur will go to, I guess, here, and then we'll need to do something else with it. I mean, I could just make sulfuric acid down here, since we've already got water in this pipeline. And the flow rate, we're not using all of it. We're only going to need about 20 sulfuric acid per minute. So I could just make sulfuric acid here and pipe it up. I'm trying to think. Sulfuric acid. Yeah. Sulfuric acid, concrete, encased beams, and electromagnetic control rods. And sulfuric acid, I decided I'm going to need 24 per minute, I think. So just one refinery. Yeah, let's just build it right here. Why not? Production, refinery. We thankfully have the resources, just barely. Of course, it's too tall to fit underneath, so we'll have to build it like over here. And move this over. Okay, got that, and then we need a liquid pipe thing, pipe junction right there. Water goes in, power gets connected to somewhere. Upgrade that power pole. Okay. Select sulfuric acid, and there we go. Easy peasy. Now we just need to transport that using a pipe all the way to over there, where we will make the stuff. So I will have a foundation line, and we'll have to have a pump, of course. See if I can time all of this correct and avoid falling off. I do have the jetpack equipped just in case. Missed one. How are we looking? Hey, that's actually pretty good. We're basically there. Okay. Switch over to Blade Runners real quick. Go a little faster. You know, I bet there's a mod that allows you to equip Blade Runners with the jetpack. I should check that out next time I play. Again, I realize that they may do that for balance reasons, but I'd rather that it not be balanced, personally. Okay, I do need more copper sheeting for all of this. And in fact, I should probably just grab a lot, because we're going to need a lot. And the fastest way to get back is going to be to fly up and over here. Alright, copper sheeting is in one of these. This one? Yeah. I've run out of inventory space, though. I can get rid of a single circuit board. I can get rid of the sulfur. I can probably get rid of some of this aluminum sheeting. I don't need that much. And some of this rubber. And what else do I have extra of? I'm holding a lot of equipment that I probably don't need to be holding. But I also don't need these 5-barrel nuts. That's taking up space. I don't need that many modular frames. I do need more motors. Just rounding out my stacks of everything, make sure I'm fully equipped. We'll stick with 2 stacks of rods and plates. Oh, that's 3 stacks of plates. I don't need all those. Don't need screws. Rotors. How are we looking? Pretty good, I guess. Pipes. I actually don't need more than 200 of those, and modular frames. Okay. So we'll grab a few more copper sheets. That should be enough. Maybe one more. And we have a lot of plastic, too. And then I want to be making some AI limiters, which I think... What are AI limiters? Quick wire and copper sheets. That's right. So I should probably be making these over in that quick wire area. So let's set that up real quick. Just because I'm going to need more of them. So we'll set up an assembler over here. Assembler. Right here, connect it to power, select AI limiters, connect up the quick wire, which comes out of here, and then I can just feed it copper sheets. 200 copper sheets will get me 40 AI limiters at a time. So that's not too bad. And then we'll put that in storage container and call it a day. What is this? 5 random limestone. Must have been from deconstructing something. It does look like we're short on quick wire because we're only making so much. Let's see if we can improve that production with the space that we have. I actually don't think we can. I'm going to need to build some foundations out here. And we're going to need to delete that power pole because it's a bit too close to everything. And then we'll build some smelters. I'll do 2 more. Maybe 3. I can probably fit 3 here. And we'll fit the splitters on the end here. I'm hoping that will be enough space to build the belts inside of there. Haha, it is. Just barely. Can't even see it, but it's working. Oh, but we can't build those. Dang it. Alright, okay, so we need to move the smelter. One. You know, I should grab the hover pack, that will help. We're gonna move the smelter 1 square. There. Okay, like that. Okay, that will fit a little better. Build the splitters, now they can actually connect. That conveyor belt's useless now. Build a splitter here, connect it in there. Power pole. Power pole, connect power. Power, power. Power, Caterium ingot, Caterium ingot, Caterium ingot. Let's just double check that we have enough mining speed. We've got 240. And those each do how much per minute? 45? So that's 90, 180, 225. Yes, we do have enough for all of this. So let's do a merger right here. And all that put together is 45 Caterium ingots, which is enough for 4 constructors. Which we will build out this direction. So constructors, probably right about here. We'll line up a splitter chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shoot! Just about fell to my death. That was close. Oh my gosh! I gotta remember that if I don't have power poles in an area, then I'm not gonna be able to hover. You have to stay close to the power. Whew, that was a near miss. Okay, so splitter will come in from the back, like so. And then we will input from that direction. Alright. That should do it. More power. Connect up all these power poles and quick wire. Quick wire, quick wire. Quick wire, quick wire. And then we need mergers. Okay, looking good, looking good. And then we want to bring all that back over to here. Can I fit another merger? I can, right there. So we will go up a square. We'll have this one go up a square for 2. And there we go. Let's see, are these all? Yeah, I was just making sure they're fast enough belts. Yeah, these should empty out pretty quick, I think. Well, 60 per minute. This is closing in on 300 per minute. But I still don't think I'm making enough, because can't the belt handle like 700 per minute? So those are 120 plus 300. So I'm making at most like 400 per minute. So yeah, this will empty out eventually. Ah, wait, that's not Conveyor Belt Mark 5. There's the problem. That'll do it. Oh, and this wasn't Conveyor Belt Mark 5 either. Just kidding. That's what the problem was. So merger, then we have Mark 5. It felt like it was going a little too slow. There we go. That'll do it. Oh boy, that's a lot of quick wire. But these are emptying out, so look at all of it go. It's really fun to watch. Watch it just snake around. Gosh, it's going so fast. Blistering speeds. But that should make this guy happy, needing 300 per minute, and this one needs 100 per minute, so we should now actually have enough quick wire for once in our lives. And then we'll need to keep just providing this some copper sheets. So again, AI limiters in terms of fuel rods. Let's do some quick and dirty math. Each fuel rod will last me 2.5 minutes of power if I'm making the full amount, which I don't think I will be. And so that means 5 control rods lasts me 2.5 minutes. Meaning I only need 2 control rods per minute, meaning I only need 2 AI limiters per minute. So a stack of 100 AI limiters will last me a long time. But I do need stators, or stators? Stators. I still don't know how to pronounce that. I will need those as well. So. And what goes into stators? I think it's, yeah, it's pipes and wire. So I need to provide copper sheets to here. I think I'm going to do that. That way we'll just have it automated. It'll make my life easier. Because I have copper sheets over here somewhere that I'm making. I think right here. Yeah. So we'll just throw down another constructor for copper sheets because we have the room. We'll just put a splitter on that one. Copper sheet, power line. This makes 30. These each need 20. So we actually need a smart splitter here. Only overflow goes to the right. That gets merged into here. This is overly complicated, but it will work. So it'll give this one the full 20 that it needs. It'll give the other 10 to here, so then this will have 40, and all 3 of these will run full time. This is just to make sure we have a bit more. And then we'll have this come back around. Which needs to go pretty high, actually. Close to the ceiling. So another quality of life thing is that you could build stackable conveyor poles taller with a single click. So you like click once and then you look up, just like with conveyor poles like this, how that goes up and down. Like you can stretch it up. You should be able to stretch up stackable conveyor poles. Even if it was only to like 5 stacks, that would be really handy. just to be able to not have to like look at it and build a bunch more. That's just kind of a pain in the butt. Alright, so we're going over all of these smelters, out this direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then put that here. And then this will come over to here. And there we go. So now AI limiters are actually automated. And what I think I'll do, don't need high-speed connectors. Why do we not have enough quick wire? 315 per minute, 100 per minute. That's 415 per minute. I'm pretty sure I'm making that. Yeah, these are all making. No, they're not. What's gone wrong? I'm an idiot. These only make 45 per minute, which can only supply 4 constructors, but I built 5 constructors. I don't know what's up with that. I guess I'm just not thinking straight. But we're gonna have to remake this. And add another smelter. So put another merger right here, outputting that direction. Voila, another splitter. Bit tight, technically clipping a little bit there, but that feels reasonable because it's like sitting on top of the splitter, you know? There's no reason you shouldn't be able to build a power pole on top of a splitter. In fact, that would be a good quality of life feature as well, as if you literally could just build power poles on top of splitters and mergers. I see no reason why you can't. But now we're making 60, which is exactly 5 of these. Okay, that should do it. So now these will start running again on the end. Alright, so that'll fix my quick wire problems. We've got AI limiters automated. So for fuel rods, that will get us everything but the stators. I'm going to hand feed those. So then we need concrete. I mean, I need pipes for stators anyway, so maybe I will just make everything there. Actually, no, we will have a storage container. I don't mind that. That way they build up somewhere. So we'll do that, and then we will need some steel pipes. Plus concrete. So for now, we'll just have this run down the mountain. Encroaching clearance of what? Really? Doesn't feel like that's encroaching anything. Okay, AI limiters, continuing further away. Now the electromagnetic control rods, I guess I can make here and send those all on one belt. So I'll just make those down here. Control rod requires AI limiters and stators. So I need to make maybe a few more stators. We only need 3 for every 2. We decided we needed 2 per minute, so 3 stators per minute. So I'll just go check out. I don't really remember what my stator factory looks like, but we'll go look. I think it's on this layer somewhere. It's like, is this it right here, I think? No, those are screws. These are steel pipes. Here we go, steel pipes and wire. So we're making up to 10 per minute, which I think is exactly what my motor supply needs. So I'll put... we'll just overclock one of these. Because I have, I think, enough wire. As long as we're not also using all of that wire for modular frames. Which we rarely are using all of that at the same time. And then we'll just have a splitter to bring stators, whatever they're called, back down underneath here, where it will meet up with the AI limiters, and we can make electromagnetic control rods. Alright. Thing of beauty. This beautiful spaghetti. Where did I go with the AI? Oh, that way. Alright, so we're just going over here. I lost my hover pack capabilities. Alright, and then we need an assembler. I forget, I think I only needed one. Yeah, 4 per minute is plenty. So we can actually underclock this. Save a little bit of power. And that's it. Just connect up these belts. Connect up power. Here we go. Electromagnetic control rods. Or fuel rods. And then we need encased beams. And we will make the encased uranium cells on site. So we do need to transfer concrete and sulfuric acid along that belt. So concrete, I'm just going to overclock this bad boy. How much concrete did I decide I needed? Let's see, I wanted this exact amount, so 0.4 per minute, which is 20 encased uranium cells, which is 4 of those craftings, which is 12 concrete per minute. That's it. That's all I need. So 12 concrete per minute will most certainly be producible from one constructor. So you can see that, like, you can get absolutely absurd amounts of power, and the resources you need are not that intense. Like, I'm using just a little bit of Caterium, a little bit of copper, a little bit of, what's this called? Limestone. All to get, this is going to get me 5,000 megawatts. Oh, and a little bit of sulfur. But still, like, all together, compared to the amount of resources you need to get 5,000 megawatts from fuel, like, think of the amount of crude oil we would need to get the same amount of power. We would need, I mean, I guess if you're using turbo fuel, it's maybe not as insane, but this is just a very good way to do it, I think. Okay, so we've got control rods, and then I didn't actually set this constructor to make the thing I want it to make. We want concrete. 15 per minute is exactly enough. We'll actually change it to 13, because, or even 12.5. So technically I need 12 per minute at most. No reason to overproduce. This one I'm going to give this a little bit extra too. 2.2. Okay, so let me just do one last check, make sure I've got all the resources I need. So we've got control rods, I'm going to hand feed beams, and then we've already got the uranium down there, and we are bringing in the concrete and sulfuric acid. Perfect. Okay. So I should be able to just have some stackable conveyor poles. Oops. going along. And then let me remind myself. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is on the front line. I think we can make it exactly 7. Can we connect that? Or can I only make it 6? I'm just trying to figure out how to count out these. We can. Okay, we can make exactly 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. I'm actually going to run out of all clad sheets. We're down to 200, so I need to grab some of those real quick. And also make sure I have plenty of sheets for the piping, which I think I do. Yeah, okay. So we'll do one more trip back to home base for some more all-clad sheets. Bam, bam, bam. And I'm gonna have to make a blender. Just want to make sure I have the resources for that. I probably will need some more motors and heavy modular frames. Those don't stack very highly. And we'll probably have to make another trip, but I don't know for what yet. Do a little bounce off the tick. Boing. Very bouncy for a living creature, I will say. Okay, so concrete, fuel rods, pipe line of sulfuric acid. We'll have that go along as well. Conveyor belts, and conveyor belts. Ooh, almost just fell off the edge again. I feel like this is something they will add into the game, just because it's such a pain to build multiple conveyor belts like this. I'm really surprised that they don't just have like a block building option where you're building like 4 conveyor poles, you click, and then it's like connecting 4 belts to wherever you click next. So you're kind of just setting the height of stackables and you're setting the type of belt you want to use, and you're just building that many connected belts all with 1 click at a time. It doesn't really, I'm sure I say it doesn't make sense why they haven't done it yet, but it's probably hard to program. Who knows, it might not even be possible. It seems possible, but maybe building 4 belts at once like breaks the building logic that they've programmed in or something, and it's just not doable. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I will say that it's a feature that would be greatly appreciated, so you don't have to like, okay, build 2 poles, not even knowing if they're too far apart or not, because when you're building stackable poles, you can't tell if they're close enough. Obviously, when you're on foundations, you can count them out, but when you're not on foundations, you can't count it out. Crazy stuff. I'll stop complaining now. I just miss the ease of building in Factorio, I think. And I think that would make Satisfactory a lot more, well, satisfactory, is if you could build, just large amounts of like pipes and foundations and stackable conveyor poles I think with more simplicity. Alright, we're gonna go for some ramp action. Ooh, we are radioactive territory. Nice. Gotta put on that hazmat suit. Which means I need to be very careful to not fall off, because that is somewhat likely given the situation. Can't quite build that there, but there's also a hole there. I guess I can put a foundation on the end of this one. There we go. Alright. Cannot unload. So we've got our full uranium amount. That's good. I need to build a lot more foundations. And so what do we need first? We need a manufacturer to build the encased, is it encased plutonium cells? Oh, this is the wrong building. Is it a blender? I think it's a blender we need. Yeah, encased uranium cells. So that needs the concrete, the sulfuric acid, and uranium. So uranium will come out of that belt. We'll come over here. We'll come to here. We'll go this way. A little bit. And we'll go down in. Then we'll have the pipeline for sulfuric coming underneath, like so. We will need a pump, probably, for the sulfuric acid. We'll put this just here, I think. And then I will need a pump. 5. Pipeline pump. Need to power it up. We'll deal with power in a second. We need concrete. Have that go on a conveyor lift up here. Oh, it's annoying to not have the jetpack or the hover pack equipped. That is the cost of building nuclear. Okay, we've got concrete connected, so that should do it. So we'll connect this guy to power. I can't get over it. And I can't. I gotta slide under it. That's funny. Okay. So connect that to power, and then we need to connect this power line over to our pump down here to actually bring sulfuric acid up. So we should see some appearing, maybe. Still no sulfuric. Okay, what's going on? Is the pump not working? Oh. No, yeah, there it goes. Now it's working. Okay, there we go. It just pumps stuff from the bottom up. So it's like filling up this entire pipe, and then this pipe will start filling up from the bottom up. And then finally it'll get up to this line. So it just kind of has to saturate first. So that will get us the encased uranium cells, and then that gets combined. So again, fuel rod, that gets combined into manufacturer with the other stuff. So we'll put a manufacturer over here. I gotta be careful to not fall off because I don't have the jetpack equipped. Oh, right. This has an output of sulfuric acid as well. So what we need to do is wrap this around. Actually, we're going to build a stackable support here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go up pretty high. Technically, these have a head lift of 10 meters, so I'm even curious if this is good enough without a pump, potentially. Oops. I didn't. I actually want to connect it to this one. Can I just do this? That's the wrong one. I guess we'll find out if that works. And then we need a manufacturer. Probably about here. And this is manufacturing uranium fuel rods. And then we need the electromagnetic control rods to come up and over. So we'll put this here, we'll connect that up. This is where I'll put a storage container for the, what are they called? The beams. Oh, geez. We'll start with 100. And then we'll go down with a conveyor lift. Be very careful jumping off of things. And connect up to our, not fuel rods, what are they called? Control rods. Something with rod in the name. Alright, well, we're making encased uranium cells, and now we are making uranium fuel rods. Cool beans. Okay. And then finally, we need some space for our nuclear power plants. So I'm going to have to go collect some more concrete, but I'm going to put them in this area. And we will have to bring water in this direction. So I'll have to bring water from over there. But that's okay. So switch over to the jetpack and fly away to victory. So we need to go grab some more, what are they called? Encased industrial beams, grab some more concrete for all that foundation building. And then make sure I have enough stuff to build a bunch more water pumps. Because we're going to need 600 water per minute for both of the nuclear buildings. So let's just throw that all in here. So we need water pump, water extractor. Each one is 120, so I'm going to need 5 of those. I'm going to need 2 nuclear power plants. And I feel like I'm missing something. Probably a pump somewhere along the way. No, I think that's it. And just a bunch of concrete. Grab 3 more stacks of concrete. I have a little bit too much plastic. I'm going to get rid of some of that. And I wanted to grab a bunch of these to supply. So each one of these will last me about 80 minutes, each stack. So that'll last me a while. And then we'll fly back over. First we'll set up the water extraction. Oh, you know, I bet we'll need some more copper sheets. Ugh. When you try to slide jump and you're going uphill and instead it just slows you down. It's the lamest slide jump of all time. Okay, so we'll need a few more of these bad boys. So we will build this direction now. Okay, so this will be where my water comes out. And we need water extractors. Gonna need 5 of them, so 1. How is that not on deep water? I don't understand. That's like the same place. 2. Oops, that one didn't look right. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Picked up power. I'm gonna switch to my hover pack, because that'll make this easier to build. Oop, we're out of hovering though. And then we need a pipeline. I guess we'll start with pipeline support. Here we go. And then we just want to build a straight line. Which one's straight? This one? Yeah. Okay. And then we need to connect the junctions. The pipe has an invalid shape. You know what? Screw you. You have an invalid shape. Does that work? No, it does not. I have built it too close, apparently. So we build 1 square farther. This time, let's check if that actually works. Oh, that's still too close. Wait, if I switch it to conveyor 2D, it works. Okay, well that's fine. Okay. Junction, connect. Junction, connect, and junction, connect. And then we need power line, power line, power line, power line, power line. That should do it. And then we'll connect up to the edge here. Build a few more. I'll build another power pole just so that we can have hover pack connection times. This pipeline will go to this edge, then this will go down to this area. I am now being radiated, so I should probably switch to hazmat. Water's coming over. We gotta go over this stuff. And there we go. 600 water per minute. So now all we need is some nuclear buildings. Sweet. Well, this has been fun. Maybe, so every time I say this to myself, I don't know if you guys are anything like this with games like this, but I think to myself, you know what, next time when I play Satisfactory, I should just reload this base. And assuming they didn't do an update that breaks everything, that way I can start kind of already having unlocked a bunch of stuff, and instead of spending, 20 hours kind of getting through the tech tree, I could spend 20 hours building like a legit mega base or something. Because I feel like to build a mega base, you want to already have a bunch of stuff unlocked, and that actually helps you build a better kind of big scale base in the first place. So I always tell myself I'm going to try that at some point, and then I can build a way cooler base because I'm not using a lot of my, you know, mental kind of energy, because I can only play a game for so long before I start to get burnt out. That way I'm not using all my mental energy going through the tech tiers. And I say that to myself, and I never actually do it. I always want to start fresh. So I really struggle making anything approximating a mega base just because I'm so obsessed with starting fresh every time. So what I want to do is build it exactly opposite. Oh, can't afford because of cable? Are you serious? Wow. What I can do is do some handcrafting. We'll make some cable ourselves. I didn't think I would run out of cable. Alright. So, yeah, I need a little bit more width on this end. I think that should do it. Hold on. You know what? I need the hover pack. Let's get some power going over here. We're not currently being irradiated, so this should work fine. Okay, yeah, we still need some more space. These buildings are huge. There we go. I like having a decent amount of space in between them, maybe like that. Cool. So the water goes in the top. We will have the belt with the fuel rods going across this way, and then I will have the belt with the nuclear waste being up one, going this way along the middle of this. Oop, radiation, yep, you guessed it. So then we'll have a merger, kind of in the middle, I guess. Actually, probably closer to the one behind me. Yeah, because that needs to connect and that's closer. And then we'll have a splitter for this one. It's a little flippy. How about right here? Splitter there, and then this guy goes to there. And I'm gonna delete that belt on that end. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Hazmat, hazmat, hazmat. Dang it. I realized right as I deconstructed it that I was going to be picking up the fuel rods, which was going to kill me. Okay, well, that's a shame. So, let's see, how do I fix this? I need to build a new hazmat suit. Which of course requires plastic and rubber. You know what? Maybe this is dumb, but we're gonna try this a different way. I'm gonna try to get all the way out there, and I'm just gonna eat nuts to survive. Because I really don't want to deal with making a new hazmat suit. And we should be able to get out there pretty quick thanks to tier 5 belts. Holy cow, look at this speed. Supersonic. gosh, that took no time at all. Okay. So we're going to be a little careful here. Try to avoid the radiation a little bit. Okay. Yeah, this isn't too bad. And then I need to carefully grab the hazmat suit and the filters. Equip the hazmat suit. Then I can take all. And then I can dump the uranium fuel rods in here. Perfect. Alright, now where's the power connection on these bad boys? It's on the back. Of course it's on the back. Why is it on the back? I feel like with all buildings, the power connection should be near the, or at least on the same side as the inputs for things. That just feels like it makes sense. Alright, so they're connected to power. And now we just need the water connection. So the water connection will run here, adjacent to this. And we'll go, I think, 2 pipelines high is what I want. That looks like it's about the right height. Encroaching clearance. Okay, so we gotta go a little bit out here first. Connect that. Then we need one of these junctions to be perfectly underneath. It's right here. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. And that's it. This should be working now. Yeah, look at that. Burning nuclear fuel, and our production just went through the roof. That's awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clock these at 25%, just because I don't need anywhere near that much power, and that will save me a lot of fuel rods in the long run. And I do need to transfer 1 fuel rod over. I guess we'll transfer over 2 fuel rods, because they don't craft very quickly. So is the water the problem? What's happening? Why are they not both going? Oh, never mind. I just decreased the capacity. So this is full capacity. Alright, alright, alright. So now this guy, he is making fuel rods successfully. I'm going to feed all my encased industrial beams into here. We'll keep like 40, but that should last me a while. And now we basically have enough power for the rest of the game until I build a mega base. Because it would require a lot of overclocked manufacturers to need 5,000 megawatts, you know? I know some people have made bases that required 10 times this much power, but it would be a fairly significant base to even use, you know, the 5 gigawatts that these two produce. And then they're going to produce uranium waste, which is fairly radioactive. And I'm going to have to find a place to dispose of that. So it looks like this building actually was not fully supported by a foundation, so I'm going to fix that. There we go. So the uranium waste, I think we'll go down, actually, because I'm way less likely to build down. And the way the radioactivity works is it creates, and I think I'm eventually going to start taking damage, or I might just die out of nowhere if I go too far down. So we'll see what happens. And then I'm going to go down that way, so we're going to turn a corner here. We kind of want to be away from civilization as far as possible, because it'll create a huge circle of radioactivity. So we just want to be down as far as we can, so that nowhere we ever go or build will be connected to this radioactive mess. I haven't started taking damage yet, so far so good. Surely I'm gonna start taking damage soon. This feels low enough. I'm gonna settle for this. So this will be the radioactive no man's land. I guess eventually the radioactivity is going to get up to there, but that area is already radioactive anyway. Part of me says I should go further that way. I don't know. This should be fine. And we'll do some industrial storage containers. I think 5 should be enough. So we'll connect these two and these two, like so. And then those. And then we'll bring the uranium waste down this way. Oh man, I'm gonna run out of all-clad sheets. Of course I am. Well, you know what? I can finish it with the Mark IIIs because I'm not going to need a ton per minute. And what we can even do to shorten things up a little bit is use a conveyor lift to go up as high as possible. That way, we'll kind of shortcut. Well, we'll have enough belts between all the different materials put together, I think. I guess we'll do some Mark IIs. No, I only have 18. That's hilarious. I might need Mark Is. Although, 3.5 per minute. Yeah, we do not create very much waste. We can even use Mark Is. Which is kind of funny, because I haven't needed a Mark I for a long time, but we actually don't have enough resources for the other belt types. So connect that. And bye-bye radioactive waste. Sweet! So now we have way more power than we'll ever need. At least until we build somewhat of a mega base. Cool. Alright, well, let me fly back to base and we'll kind of have a little chat, and then I think we'll be done with this episode. Oh jeez, I almost just flung myself off the edge there. These tier 5 belts, man. Alright. Radiation level's still quite high. Now we can switch back to our jetpack. Launch off of this guy. And then launch off of this one. Fastest way to get back to base. Alright, so we didn't quite beat the game, but I think like I was talking about in the last episode, I think I might be done. Because there's not much more content to the game. The only content that we didn't really experience was these resource well pressurizers and extractors to get nitrogen. And you use nitrogen to make some of these things, which helps you make turbo motors. And I'm pretty sure you need turbo motors and probably these fused frames to build minor Mark IIIs. Obviously, minor Mark IIIs are awesome because you get way more, you double the resources from Mark II, and that can help you get a lot more of those solid materials, put them on trains all over the place, use drones, and then eventually you can make plutonium fuel rods, which have even more power to them. I'm going to look up real quick just because I'm curious. I'm going to look up the plutonium fuel rod power amount. Plutonium fuel rod, where is it? So a plutonium fuel rod has 15. Wait, wow, that's a lot of megajoules. 1.5 million megajoules versus the other one, which was what? Hold on. So uranium fuel rod was 750,000 megajoules. The other one was 1.5 million megajoules. So it's actually just double. A plutonium fuel rod is just double a uranium fuel rod. And yeah, just requires some different things. I don't know. It's probably more efficient overall to make power that way. Yeah, so anyway, the point I was trying to make is we've already seen most of the content the game has to offer. The only thing left is the particle accelerator, which makes some of these things. Finding a bunch more alternate recipes, and then building a mega base that actually can produce all the things you need for this Phase 4. And currently, Phase 4, as far as I'm aware, just unlocks a small reward in the Awesome Shop. It doesn't unlock more content. So, who knows? Maybe someday we'll come back and we'll decide we want to build a base that can actually handle this. I mean, look at that one right there. That's going to need 4,000 supercomputers. This one is going to need, many thousands of things. So, it could be fun to kind of build a base from scratch. Spend a while acquiring a bunch of resources and then plan out a base that can craft all of this in a certain amount of time, like maybe 10 hours or 5 hours or something of crafting. We'll build this. I don't know exactly, how big that base would be, but that could be a fun thing to do. But I think I've kind of had my fun. So this is probably going to be the end of my Satisfactory streaming for now. If that makes you sad and you want me to stream more, make sure to let me know in the comments. But unless you all are clamoring for more Satisfactory, I think this is where I will call my Satisfactory playthrough quits. My base is an absolute spaghetti mess, but it worked. It worked. We did probably more hand feeding of things than we should have, but we ended up getting all of the major technologies unlocked. We even accomplished nuclear power. We can see our little power plants off in the distance there, being nice and radioactive. And I feel like I've accomplished, well, pretty much everything I wanted to accomplish. So I do think I'm going to be diving into, well, I'm probably going to finish Creeper World 4 first, and maybe play some of the scenarios and stuff in that. But then I'm going to dive into the next game, which I think is going to be Oxygen Not Included. They've got a new DLC that I have access to. I think it's like an early access of the DLC, but at this point we're a couple months into that, so I think they've probably worked out a lot of the major kinks. So I think I'm going to be playing Oxygen Not Included and checking that out, and then of course I'm going to keep doing my Factorio videos. So if you have any other games that you're interested in seeing, feel free to let me know. There's also Dyson Sphere program, I think. Yeah, Dyson Sphere program. That is in early access, and I will probably go back and give that a much more serious play. If you look at my YouTube, you'll see that I did do like 3 or 4 episodes, I don't remember, of Dyson Sphere program, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of like a mix between Satisfactory and Factorio. It's kind of got the perspective of planetary annihilation, where you're on a planet that's small enough that you can actually see the curvature, and you have kind of a commander type guy that walks around, and you actually build stuff from where you are, like in Factorio. But there's 3 dimensions, like in Satisfactory, so you can make your spaghetti a bit more effective. So yeah, I might give that another more serious play. I didn't get very far this last time, but thank you guys so much for watching this Satisfactory playthrough and bearing with my spaghetti and exploring and colonizing of the wild animals. We've beaten a lot of them up with our trusty Xeno Basher. So we'll have to retire this good thing. And yeah, I will see you all in the next game. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a great day.